Capture 10. Living room. To install electricity, water and dump water lines were easy. A gas line to the living area was difficult and dangerous. For that reason I let it, and didn't try it. I won't kill myself in an explosion or poison myself. That inspired me to a great idea. I install in the whole hall gas lines to flood it with gas to destroy if it is necessary. At first I install a kitchen. I was alone, and so I buy the single parts in a store for kitchens. Except for the oven and the fridge, I was able to catch all by myself. To load all in my truck, the employers helped me. To take it alone into my hall was a little bit difficult. I carried the heavy stuff with a forklift into the hall and let the big equipment slide down the truck over a blanket. The rest needs time, but I was able to do it without a help. At first I installed a sink. I would like to solve the problem with the water supply and the dumping of the wastewater as fast as I can. By the way, I had to go to the toilet to catch water if I was thirsty. That was a big pain in my ass. To dump the wastewater was very easy. In the ground of the hall bottom were a few sewers. I only have to stick a tube into the hole in the ground to dump the dirty water. For cold and warm water I longer the end of a tap in the toilet with many copper tubes. At the end of the installation I produced a giant catastrophe in a hall. I simply linked the tubes on a tap of a shower. The warm water supply I have to isolate with foam plastics. At the first try I get a big problem. The tubes were linked together, but they didn't wear tight. At really every linkage, water comes out and flooded my hall. In the moment I realized it, I turned off the water immediately. But it was too late. The hall was flushed with water. I was so glad that I didn't start with the electricity lines. Those were a bigger catastrophe than the water alone. I need more than 2 hours to push the water into the sewer with a draw off. Now the bottom was finally the first time clean since the company closed. To avoid the next catastrophe, I informed myself how it works. I only need dense material to get the linkage tight. After I cut all linkages, I fixed them with dense material and linked them together again. After I test very carefully the lines, I increase the pressure very slowly. A few minutes later no drops come out, and I test the first time the water tap in the kitchen sink. The first 100 liters of the water were totally dirty, but after 10 minutes the water gets clean and clear. As next I install the oven and the fridge. For the fridge I had enough electricity supplies close to the kitchen area. In a distance of 20 meters, supply cubes hang from the ceiling. I built up the kitchen exactly under one of these cubes. For the cooker I had to install a line from the office kitchen to the middle of the hall. At first I informed myself which cable I need and approximate the distance to my kitchen area. I want to avoid a break in the line. I measured 45 meters. To be secure I buy a cable with a total length of 50 meters. In the moment I installed the line, I switched off the whole building from the electricity supply to avoid that I am glowing in the darkness. After I linked all 4 lines to the cable in the wall and my oven, I switched on the electricity. I am no professional, but the cooker works at once. To install the fridge was now easy. Only to hang the cupboards on a wall were difficult. I haven't walls in the middle of the hall. I have to build walls brick for brick. To get more advantages, I integrate the walls into my parkour area. After the kitchen was complete, I had to cook immediately. In the moment I want to start, I realized that I haven't a pan, pots and food. Desperate, I drove to the next store and buy all I need. My first meal in my new kitchen was normal spaghetti with tomato sauce. That taste was the best in the world. In the moment I want to sit, I realized that I haven't a table, chairs or a couch. For the moment I had to sit down on my mats in the exercise area. In the future I have to buy more furniture. I tried to get a table with 1 chair. I didn't need more than 1, but I only get the minimum of 4 chairs. I didn't want visitors in my hall, and so I need only 1 chair. Nobody sell tables with 1 chair, and in this emergency I have to take 4. With an office desk I would get what I want, but a normal kitchen table feels better. For the normal feeling I need a normal table and no office desk. My life was unnormal enough. I need situations with a high normality. By the way, I won't buy a bed and a couch, and so I bought a combination of both. I get a table and the chairs in parts and had to build them by myself. That was impossible with the sleeping couch. I had to buy it almost in one piece. To transport the big thing, I rent again a little truck. Overboard I pushed it into the truck and later on my lifter. It was easy to get it into the hall with the lifter. To get it in position I used a long stick and pushed it down from the lifter. A small TV table, a table to eat in front of the television, and a television wasn't so big. I was able to transport them with my car. For the television receiving, I buy a satellite dish and install it directly on the roof and directly over the television. Through a hole in the roof, the cable goes straight down to the TV. The rest of the hole I closed with a lot of silicone. I didn't want rain on my television. That was all from my living room.